SECstudy.com.
Just like it should.
Welcome back to SEC This Morning. Peter Burns, Chris Doering, every Monday morning here on SEC Network. James Willis is in here. It says, guys, the SEC East title runs through Lexington this week. Let's go, Doering.
How about it?
Kroger Field, Commonwealth Stadium. It's all on the line.
Fired up.
I am fired up. I'm fired up because this guy and this kid is, listen, my favorite player in all of college football, not just the SEC East, not just the conference. I'm talking all of college football. He is a stud linebacker for the Kentucky Wildcats, Josh Allen. Josh, my man, congratulations on the win. Take me through you guys crowd surfing Coach Stoops in that locker room after that win. What was that like?
Man, it was an awesome experience. Like I said last week when I was on the Paul Feinbaum show, we do it for him. We love playing for a coach like that, and him to be so animated like that after the game, it was just an unbelievable moment.
I mean, we see it. Look at that, Doering. Yeah. That looks like you at spring break. I mean, that's legit. He looks like he even knew the lyrics to the songs, Doering. He was ready to roll.
Yeah. Every time we win, we play that song in the locker room and turns everybody up. And he hears it a lot. So it was always good just to hear that and just to him know the lyrics. It was awesome.
Pretty cool, man. You guys have been consistent on defense all year long, but you had an unbelievable – I don't know if I've ever seen a second half where an opposing offense doesn't get a first down. You guys gave up 49 total yards in that second half. What was the mindset like, especially because the offense had kind of struggled, knowing that you had to keep your team in on that side of the ball?
We knew what we had to do. First half, we started off slow. Everybody did. I feel like, we didn't play as a whole. We had a lot of individual plays, though, but we didn't play as a whole. We didn't play as good as we knew we could. So in the second half, we got our corrections. And so we just went out there in a man mentality and lion-hearted, mentality that we was going to go out there and shut them out, and they wasn't going to score no more points.
And they didn't do it, right? 15-14, you guys come out. Hey, Josh, take me through that last play. Like, listen, you guys play incredible defense in that second half, but all of a sudden you need one drive. Terry Wilson's got to go the length of the field. Take us through that last drive as you're sitting on the sideline watching that happen.
I was going through it over there. We started in our, 20-yard, in their 20-yard line, so we had to drive the whole length of the field. I was, a minute left. I was just praying, like, we got to get it. If God, if you're there, if you want us to, to get there, you're going to make something happen. And, I felt like it was going to be a good drive at the end. And, when Boove made that terrific catch, it was just, I was like, I knew we was going to win this. And then the second to the last play, when they threw it to Ahmad, I was heartbroken. And then I saw that they threw the flag, so I was just hoping that it was on them, and then it was on them, and I was just like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. So I was thinking I was an OC at that time, so I'm thinking, hey, do this play, do that play. Good thing I wasn't an OC because we would have lost that game.
Well, why? what would you have called if that was a play? Would you have run the ball with Benny, or would you would not call a pass?
I can't hear y'all.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, but what would you have called? You said you would have lost that game if you're the offensive coordinator. I wonder what he would have called. It would have been the play.
Hopefully
we have a little technical difficulties there.
I actually did not like their play calling earlier in the game when they got down around the red zone. Remember that fourth down call? They went Wildcat and direct snap to the running back. They got stuffed there.
He's a Rose, right? Because Benny wasn't in the game at that point.
I thought they might go with some sort of rollout, get Terry Wilson on the edge of the defense. But great job of getting C.J. Conrad kind of matched up on a guy that didn't have quite the size. He boxed him out, and Terry Wilson delivered a strike.
We're working on getting Josh Allen back. We're having a little technical difficulties there, but I thought that was huge too, because remember C.J. Conrad at the end of that game said, hey, listen, I wanted the ball, and they actually called that play and then had a timeout, and then they went back to the same exact play. Josh, we saw the locker room. What was it like when you guys got back on campus in Lexington? Were there people waiting for you, or how was that?
Yeah, as soon as we get off the plane, a lot of fans came out to support us at the airport. So and that shows you the growth that we're coming along, and for the community, for the university. We're still not there yet. We still have a couple more games to get to the ultimate goal. So you know, it was just an awesome feeling just to have them there. And then as soon as we pulled up to get our cars at the stadium, you know, there was a lot of fans there as well waiting on us. So, you know, it was just an awesome feeling, awesome, you know, emotional place at that time. And, you know, hopefully we get another one this week.
Hey, Josh, before we get to Georgia, which is obviously going to be a monster matchup this week, I wanted to ask you about this game. I mean, you got double-digit tackles. You got 2 sacks. You got 2 forced fumbles. You're as complete a defensive player as I've seen. I think the thing that I've been most impressed with your improvement this year was in defending the pass. I mean, against Florida, you had a key knockdown in the end zone there. What have you done in the offseason to kind of improve your game and become such a well-rounded player?
I just knew, like, during this offseason, I knew I was going to have to gain more weight. So that was one of my goals of coming back this year, is to get better and get more, you know, be more of a complete player. So I knew, since I would have had to gain all that weight, I knew I had to work on my mobility in space, because I knew I was going to be dropping. You know, I didn't want to be one of the big stiff guys that's dropping out there. I want to still, you know, have my athletic bone in me. So during this whole offseason, I was working on dropping, working on my feet, working on my hips, and, you know, so far it's paying off. And, you know, I don't got a pick yet, but it's coming.
It's coming. Maybe that's something we see in that game against Georgia this weekend. Listen, man, I think you should get Heisman votes at this point. I think you should be at the Downtown Athletic Club, and it has a lot to do with everybody needs a Heisman moment. You might get that against Georgia. What's this week going to be like? Take me through what that place is going to sound like at kickoff come Saturday evening.
Man, I think it's going to be bigger than South Carolina Mississippi State game. I think it's going to be the loudest game we ever had in Kroger Field. You know, I know the fans are going to go out there and show their support every play. I tweeted BBN last night and I just told them that we need a loud crowd every play, and you know, I had a good response. So I'm just looking forward to this game, and it's going to be a high emotional game. It's going to be a battle won in the trenches, and you know, that's the games we love. And you know, I feel real comfortable with my defensive line, my secondary, my linebacking core. We're just, you know, we're prepared for this. We worked all off season. We worked every game for this. You know, we've seen everything. So, you know, we're just ready to win and compete.
I know it's early in the preparation for Georgia, and you'll have an opportunity to continue to watch more film. But when you watch Georgia's offense, what is the key for you guys in defending what they do well?
I mean, we got to wrap up. We got to hit them hard, and we got to, you know, hit them before they took off running. Like you said, they have, you know, great backs. You know, they have a great offense. You know, they have a great offensive line, great backs, a good quarterback, and good offense and good wide receivers. So, you know, they're a real talented team everywhere. But, you know, like I said, I like our matchups. I like how, you know, we play, and you know, we just got to be more physical and tackle well and tackle hard.
One of the things I was really impressed with you, Josh, when I was down in Lexington this spring is your dad, man. You got a little, 8-month-old Wesley right there, and you talk about living up to that hype. What's Wesley going to be for Halloween? You got that figured out yet, or what?
We got a couple costumes picked out. I don't know if we want to do the scary, the cute, or just something, you know, magical.
Yeah, listen. Why don't you dress him up as something scary? Just dress him up like his old man. Just put him up in a 41 jersey in Kentucky. That's scary enough,
offensive
right?
lineman for sure.
I know we was thinking about it, but you know, he like you said, he every time he comes to the game, he reps me pretty well. So, and we do a good job with that. So we're gonna try to do something real special, you know, because he's so cute.
Oh,
Josh,
my man.
what's your
we're gonna try to do something real special for him, and you know, and make it a good one.
What's your go-to Halloween candy, man? Either preference that you like or that you'll be giving out to the trick-or-treaters?
You said Halloween candy?
Yeah.
I say Kit Kat bars, the big ones.
Yeah.
You know, we always gotta have the big size. You know, when I'm getting candy, but when I pass out the candy, I'm giving the mini ones.
I was gonna say, real quick, last thing for you. Do you think Coach Stoops is gonna dress up on Halloween? What do you think he should dress up as for Halloween?
You said Coach Stoops?
Yeah, Coach Stoops. I'm trying to see if I can get him. I'm putting my man on the spot.
What will Coach Stoops dress up as? I don't know. He'll probably do something real special though. I feel like he's gonna. I feel like I have a good feeling that he's gonna dress up and do something real, real scary. So hopefully it's a good one, and hopefully we get some laughs out of it.
He needs to dress up as the guy in the armored truck taking that money to the bank with that extension
listen,
and the bonus.
He's happy about it. Hey, it's going to be an unbelievable environment. We wish we could be there. We'll be watching on television. Congratulations on the success. Tell Wesley we said hello, and we'll talk to you soon. There he is. All right, he is the man, the myth, the legend. Just a good kid, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
good kid and a guy that will have his name called early in the NFL draft in the spring.
Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, I think Tua, Dwayne Haskins, and Kyler Murray are sitting there in the Heisman Trophy race. Now, it would be almost impossible at this point for a defensive player to win it. Ed Oliver was getting a little bit of love out of Houston. But if you tell me that he can come out there and have 2 or 3 sacks, maybe a pick, a forced fumble, and Kentucky wins this game, that gets them to Atlanta. And the reason why, as much as I love Benny Snell, and Benny Snell is awesome, Terry Wilson has showed up, Cash Daniel has been just a leader, especially with the club on his hand. He's been great.
Yeah.
But if you need to tell me if there's one person each and every week that's going to bring it, it's been Josh Allen. That could be a moment for him. All right, as we end up this